Honorable Governor, Development Partner, Professor Kodia, who will invite the Deputy President to invite Your Excellency. With your permission, allow me to invite Madam.
And partners present, ladies and gentlemen, of the ministry responsible for ASAR, Social Protection and Special Program.
It is my hope that this will be among the last times we are doing this kind of ceremony, where Kenyans are facing starvation and hunger, and we have to do this. I think it is possible for us, going into the future, to have a much more proactive approach to situations like this so that we manage them ahead of time and avoid situations of a crisis like the one we are in. For the last 4 years, we have had failure of rain in many parts of Kenya. And that is what has exacerbated this situation. And hopefully, we should be able to be better prepared as we go into the future. I want to thank all the stakeholders, the governors, for undertaking that they will work with us and work with all the other stakeholders in not just making sure that we have additional resources for food, but also working together with our development partners in making sure that this food gets to the right beneficiaries and there are no duplications and there are no issues of integrity around the distribution of food to those who are in need. So I want to say thank you very much for all those who have made this possible. I look forward to making sure that this situation is managed and we don't lose no citizen to hunger because of the drought situation we have in the country. I have also asked Treasury to work with the counties so that they can favorably consider adjustments of the various interventions that are required to make it much more easy for Kenyans to deal with the current situation. We will also be mobilizing resources for animal offtake, where we find that the animals are too weak. We're going to work with Kenya Meat Commission to make sure that there is an offtake program that will facilitate citizens not to be stuck with livestock when they do not have pasture. And finally, let me also say that I have asked the Deputy President to, on a weekly basis, make these consultations possible so that we can monitor as government the steps that are required for us to ensure that no Kenyan dies of hunger as we manage the effects of climate change and as we think on the long-term solutions to this challenge. Finally, I am asking all our farmers across the country that we are now in the process of facilitating availability of fertilizer in many parts of our country, especially those with short rains. We will also mobilize for fertilizer for the long rains. I want to ask all farmers who had cut back on acreage under food production that the government of Kenya will support them fully in these short rains and in the coming long rains so that we can produce sufficient food to take care of our food requirements as a country. And in the short term, we are working as part of our plan to ensure that we transit our agriculture from rain-fed to irrigation. And in so doing, we are going to be working with the private sector on the delivery of water under our public-private partnership. As I have committed, we are going to work on the law so that we create provision for water purchase agreements that will make it possible for the private sector to invest in the water sector, and we can buy water from them, and we do not have to deploy huge resources from government in that sector. The private sector can work with us in our bigger plan of ensuring that Kenya becomes a food secure nation.